everyone, welcome back. Class number 6, production. So, you've sketched your ideas, you got your fabric, you've made your samples, you are now ready for production. Once all the samples are cut in the actual fabric and the collection is complete, you are ready to produce the collection. As we all know, garments come in different sizes, small, medium, and large, or size 4 through 14, etc. The first sample is usually made in a size 8. From size 8, we then make all the other sizes using a process called grading. What is grading? Grading is a process where we take the original size 8, and we make the pattern larger or smaller to fit different sizes. Now, I don't expect you to know grading or to even learn it right now. That's out of the question. Grading is a very specialized skill, and you need to find someone that can do the grading for you. So again, just like you found someone to make your samples, you have to find someone that can do all the grading for you. Usually, a lot of times the same person that made your pattern is able to do the grading. If you can make the collection small, medium, and large, do that. It's cost effective because there are less sizes to grade. As we work on production, we now have to purchase fabric in large quantities. We first have to know how many yards it takes to make one garment. Then we multiply that times the number of garments that you intend to produce. And speaking of cost, next class we'll go over the cost sheet. The cost sheet is used to figure out the cost of one garment. Buying fabric. The simplest way to buy fabric to produce your collection is to buy a roll of fabric. Like for example, buy a 50-yard roll or 100 yards. You might be able to do that at your local fabric store. Now, depending on where you live, what city you live in, you can try to find a local factory so that the garments can be produced locally, and you can keep an eye on the production process. The other option is to find a factory overseas. If it's a small quantity of garments that you are producing, I suggest you try to find a local factory. It is less complicated than manufacturing overseas, less complications with import-export taxes and potential delays in the sewing and the shipping and the delivery process. So try to keep it local if you can. Finding a factory or a contractor that can sew your production for you can be a little tricky because there are so many companies out there and you don't really know who you're dealing with. You should meet with several companies, and in a way it's like a job interview, only this time you are interviewing them. Find out who they work with, what other brands do they sew for, do they work with tech packs, which is something that we will cover next class, by the way, tech packs. So research them online, find out as much as possible about them. It's like going out on a date. Find out as much as you can, as much as possible before you get serious with them, and then make a choice, make a decision. Including in the manufacturing process, you have to consider finances, money. You must be prepared to have financial support, financial backing, in order to pay for the fabric, for the sewing of the samples, the manufacturing of the actual production of your collection. So it takes a certain amount of financial support. So unless you have a certain amount of cash saved up, or you have a rich uncle that's willing to invest in you, that believes in you, your alternative is to get a loan from a bank. Banks might be a little reluctant to finance you given that you don't have a track record, unless you have a purchase order from a retail store. What is a purchase order? A purchase order basically is a document saying that the store has ordered or purchased or is buying basically a number of garments from you. It's a commitment from the store to purchase your collection. So if you have a purchase order from a store, like let's say Macy's gives you an order, for example, it'll be very useful if you're trying to get a loan from a bank. Ultimately, you must be prepared financially in order to start your business. Make a list of everything necessary to start a business. Everything you can think of. From simple things like even business cards and stationery, phone bills, rent if necessary, fabrics, sample making, UPS, shipping, maybe an assistant. I mean, literally everything you can think of. Make a list of everything you can think of that it's necessary to run your company, to run your business. And add up what it would cost you to finance a year of being in business so that you have an idea how much money you need. Someone once said, failure to plan is planning to fail. Planning is very, very important when you're starting a new venture. Money management is very important. If you don't know how to manage your money, you could easily be out of business. So if you're not good at business, find a partner that is. Cash flow alone is not enough. You must make a profit. You must create a money management system or systems where you do make a profit. Create a system that runs your business. Remember this, people run your systems and systems run your business. Write that down. Okay, so that's it for today. Start planning. It's very important. Plan is key. It involves lots of research. It's like a puzzle, like a big puzzle. All these pieces have to fit perfectly together. Okay, so you got some work to do. I will see you next class.